Happy Monday. Today is November 3rd, which is absolutely crazy, right? Can you believe it's already November? I can't. I just want to say thank you guys for joining me tonight. I'm so excited that you're on this call with me. I really do appreciate you taking out time every Monday night to join me. And tonight we're going to talk about inviting. And for me personally, when I hear the word inviting, it does something to me where I just kind of get really uncomfortable by that word, if that makes any sense. And the whole inviting process gets in my head and I feel overwhelmed and I just don't like that word. It does not work with me. So what I like to do is just think about it as making new friends, meeting new people, starting new conversations, and then letting that conversation just sort of organically happen. I know that I've talked to a few of you about this, and we've tried changing your views on things a little bit differently and actually doing this process where instead of it being inviting, like, hi, please, my name is blah, 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 it's nice to meet you, come join my challenge group or come sign up as a coach, it seems so impersonal. So by making it more of a getting to know you, let's become friends, I want to know your story, this is my story, what are your goals, things like that, it becomes almost a lot less pressure on you, for, having to ask people all the time, like it becomes a lot less pressure, it becomes a lot more fluid and organic, and it just naturally happens a lot easier than thinking of just this inviting process that can be so daunting. So for me, I like to go on a power of 5, power of 3, whatever you like to call it, where you are meeting, pick a number, three new people a day. You're meeting 3 new people a day, and you're starting 3 new conversations a day. And that way, what happens is when you put it that way, like all you're doing is starting a conversation. You don't really have to go much further than conversation. So just start those conversations every day. Check in on Facebook groups, join groups, join different channels of meeting other people, because the people that are in your life, it's almost like they'll run out, like family, friends, there's only coworkers, there's only so many that you can actually invite, right? So you're going to have to start branching out. You're going to have to start building your friends. Okay, so you're going to want to make new friends every day. So pick a number, 3 or 5, something simple. And it doesn't even have to be every single day either. I mean, for a lot of you guys, you do this part-time, on the side. So what you can do is, if, Tuesdays work really well for you, and Tuesdays you can have a lot more room in your power hour, then make Tuesdays your inviting day and say, I'm gonna make 6 new friends today. That could count as 2-3 days worth of inviting, so you can do it all at once instead of spreading it out. Whatever works for you. You just kind of have to figure out your own system. But I really want you guys to truly just, get the whole fear of inviting out of your head, because I feel like sometimes for us as coaches, we stop ourselves from inviting because we are the ones that are uncomfortable. We are uncomfortable asking somebody to join us. We are uncomfortable thinking that we're going to be annoying, or that people aren't going to like us, or that somebody's going to say no to us. And that we're too salesy, but you have to get those things out of your head, because you have to remember why you signed up as a coach. You signed up as a coach because you want to help people, right? But if you can't ask somebody if they want that help, you can't help somebody. So we can't do our job without asking if somebody's ready to accept what we can give them. Okay, so that's a great way to think about it. And I know for me, it took a long time to get out of my head those things. And honestly, if you guys think you're being annoying, or if you're scared that somebody that you are friends with is going to think differently of you, ask them anyway and then forget about it and move on. I have had my fair share of hit or misses in this whole transition in my life, and some people just aren't ready, and that's okay. But you still did your part, you still put it out there, and you still attempted, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Because in a few months, that person that said no, that was like a no right now person, is going to come around. But if you don't ever reach out and then ask them, then that conversation or that journey might never happen. Sometimes it takes us asking first, before that that the other person on the other end gets it. So that's the beauty of it. So it's all up to us, and I know that it can be kind of scary and you're like, ugh, but the thing is too, I have tons of scripts that I've written, that I put up in our Team Takeover page that you guys can use. You can take them, copy and paste them exactly how they're written, or you can make them a little bit your own. I do recommend you making them more like you, because we all have our different personalities. But you can get the idea of what I do. I mean, if you guys come across an issue and you're like, I don't know what to do, just take a screenshot of your conversation and send it over to me. We can work through anything. It's not that hard. And that's exciting. When you finally hear, so many no's, and then you have somebody that's like, yes, yes, sign me up. It's just so exciting. It's so crazy and powerful what all that can do. And when that one person says, yes, I'm ready, that makes you feel so good, because you're able to change somebody's life. And that's all that we're doing, is we're just trying to help as many people as we can. And with Beachbody, we're able to. We can really keep all of those things in our back pocket, and we can truly help almost everybody. Anyone that's ready for the help, we can help. So I'm very excited about that. So I want to know how you guys feel about inviting. I know I talk about it a lot with you guys one-on-one, but I'm going to put it out there in our group page, and I want you guys to truly comment and let me know what you think about inviting, because I know it can be kind of scary, and sometimes we don't want to do it. And sometimes I don't want to, but I promise it's a game changer. You just have to put yourself out there. It's with anything. The inviting process is the same thing as doing your workouts, drinking your Shakeology, running your challenge groups. It's part of the biz. It's just part of who we are. And sometimes I feel like a lot of us put those posts out there, like, come join me and my team, come join my challenge group, and we just wait. Right? You just wait for somebody to message you, and then finally somebody does, and you're like, yeah! Or you get that one like, or you get a comment or something on that post, and that feels awesome. But that's not going to get you guys to your goals. That's not going to get you to Success Club 5. That's not going to get you to those rank advancements. So inviting and getting over that fear is what's really going to help. And I feel like for a lot of you, I hear things like, but I don't want to be annoying, and I don't want to be too salesy. The one thing that I could honestly say about being salesy is that if it truly comes from your heart and from the right place, it's not salesy. You guys know this because you're all my coaches, right? So you all joined me at some point. Or even if you didn't join me personally, you still joined, right? You joined. And I truly believed in all of you. And that is why I invited you. And if you think about the big picture, right? if you see somebody that's in your life or a family, a friend, a coworker, anybody, just somebody on the street, and you just get that feeling inside of you, you are like, I think I can actually help this person. But for the most part, the people that are needing our help won't come to you. They're not going to be that type of person that's like, can you help me? They're usually more nervous. They're very timid. They're scared. They're scared. It's a big commitment. It's a big lifestyle change. And it's scary. And I think, for us reaching out and wanting to truly help change people, that doesn't make us salespeople. Like, I'm not walking around selling something, Like, I don't walk around with like a briefcase, and opening it up and going into stores and being like, here's my product. What you're doing is you're offering somebody a chance to change their life and their family's lives and their future. And, that ripple effect is just going to happen. And that's what you're doing. That's all that you're doing, is you're just helping people, So when you feel like you're too salesy, okay, when that thought pops in your mind, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to think about why you signed up. Why did you sign up as a coach? What is going to drive you? Why do you want this? Because you want to help. You want to help people. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. I know that I want to make a difference in people's lives, and I know that I can. But I can't if I just sit here and wait for somebody who's ready to come to me. See what I mean? Those things will happen, of course. I mean, you guys know that happens. The more you put yourself out there, the more you show you're being a product of the product and, living those 3 vital behaviors, it will happen. Those goals, everything will happen. So I really want you guys to not focus on any negative thoughts, because those negative thoughts about inviting are all in your head. They're not in anybody else's head, I promise. Because if you offer something and you show your true self and it comes from the heart and you have that want and that passion, it's going to be shown. Like, people are going to see through it. People can see through something that's bullshit and something that's real. You know that too. If you think about, even on Instagram, if you think about those people that invite you with the wraps, with those body wraps, you know that's straight up BS. You're like, ugh, get off of my page. I don't even want to see you, right? It's the same thing. That's not us, okay? That's what you think you're doing because you're just so scared and you're caught up in your own mind, but that's not what it comes across as, because it's coming from your heart and it's going to the right people. Okay, so I want you guys to stop thinking that way. Get that out of your head. And about posting, okay? So if you guys post a lot about your challenge groups or the opportunity about being a coach, if you feel like you're being too much and you're scared about what people are going to think about you on your Facebook or in your social media pages, who cares, okay? Doesn't matter. You need to focus on you, because at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't like what you have to say, you don't want them looking at what you have to say anyway, because those are people that are not going to be worth your time. I learned that from Shailene Johnson herself, okay? You want to focus on the people that actually care about your post, not the people who don't, okay? There's an option to unfriend. There's an option to hide your posts, all these different things, where if somebody really doesn't want to look at what you're posting, they don't have to, and you'll never know, okay? So get those fears out of your head, because that's the only thing that's truly going to stop you. That's what's stopping you if you feel like you're stuck right now, okay? But it's the very beginning of the month. It's the first week of the month. This is the perfect time to just take that leap of faith, take everything that you guys have learned all through the coach basics, even if you're in another push for diamond, pushing for emerald, whatever your case is, you guys can do this, okay? This is your time. So if you start inviting now, invite hard, just go for it. See what happens. The more no's you get, the better you're going to be at the end of the month. Then after Thanksgiving, you're not going to be stressed about trying to make Success Club. 5, you're not going to be stressed about trying to make those goals and get that rank advancement and get set up and make that money for all those Christmas and holiday gifts. You won't have that. You won't have that fear because you've already done all the work for yourself. Okay? So we're going to get all of that out of our head. And what you guys are going to do is you're going to just go out there and focus on making new friends. Just make friends. Start conversations. Talk to them about their life. Find that common ground with people. What I like to do is I like to send them a personal message, and my scripts are up in our Team Takeover page, okay? So you don't have to write this down. You can go in there and copy it. I like to make my first initial message very personal. So I like to go in and look at their Facebook page or look at their Instagram and find something that I can give them a compliment on, or find something that's like a mutual thing, like especially obviously like with endo, clearly that's like a no-brainer. But if you really like somebody's food pictures on Instagram, or you see somebody in a Facebook group, comment on those things. Find that common ground. I also really like using profile pictures. If their profile picture is super interesting, I'm like, your profile picture is awesome. Like, whatever the case may be, there's always something where you can really kind of just find and be like, oh, I think we have this in common. This is what I'm going to say. Okay? So I want you guys to try that. Make new friends. Get out of your own head, because that's all that it is. We are not salespeople, okay? So keep that in mind. All we're doing is just trying to help people. And I know you guys all feel the same way I do about the business and about your goals and about wanting to help people and change lives. And that's a really big thing. And it's honestly something that you guys have all probably done. And even if you don't realize it, you've probably changed someone's life already. And knowing that is so powerful, and that's what's going to drive you, and that's what's going to push you forward, knowing that you really are changing lives. Okay? So I want to thank you guys again. Kind of short, but to the point. So I hope you guys all really enjoyed this. I hope you got something from this. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Please let me know what your biggest objectives are, and some big things that you feel like you need to overcome when it comes to inviting on our next one-on-one call, because I really want to talk about it, because I think it's that one thing that we all really struggle with, and I don't want us to struggle with it anymore. Okay, so thank you guys again so much. I hope you all have a great night. Don't forget, message me, comment below, anything you guys need. I'm always here for you. And I'm so excited, and I can't wait to hear from you all. And have a great night, guys.